Hello, everyone. Monday is here, and we're watching our weather change in front of our eyes. After record highs were obliterated today, we have a couple rounds of wintry weather, including tonight and another one this weekend. I'll have the very latest in what you can expect coming up right now on Hutch's Weather. All right, but first, my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons want to let you know that if your drains or faucets are clogging, leaky, or slow, you can give them a call for 24/7 emergency service. They and their technicians. Well, they've been around for over 110 years servicing our plumbing needs. Give them a call today. Let them know Hutch sent you. And now, here we go. Here's what we're watching for as we head into Friday. Now, remember, things start in Friday on the big sky country of Montana, mixed precipitation there. Here, we've got isobars and that south wind blowing moisture and warm air up our way. So Friday will be a very warm one in the eastern one half of North Dakota. But on this side of North Dakota, winds will already be coming out of the north and things will be changing. And we'll also get to a detailed forecast of what you can expect in the next 24 hours because there's snow happening now and more expected. If you're watching again like Brian is here on my YouTube channel. First of all, Brian, thank you so very much for being a part of Hutch's Weather. You're asking how much snow we're getting this weekend. It's still unclear, and we cannot give you a specific forecast, but what I can say is there's a good bet that an area or two will be picking up over 6, maybe even over 8 inches of snowfall. We've got some consistencies in our models, but we still have some wishy-washiness going on there. So I want to give you the latest. Cheryl, thanks for watching on my Facebook channel. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you click on that follow button there. And again, hey, Brian, if you have yet to do so, go ahead and click on my subscribe button there on YouTube. Okay, let's take a look at this nonsense and take a look at the track of this particular storm system. Now, by the time we get to the midday hours, the snow showers will be in the Black Hills in the western portion of North Dakota. This is the American model, and there's a new one being calculated right now, and it won't come out until about 11 o'clock tonight, but I'll keep you up to date with the very latest. This will bring north winds into the central part of North Dakota. I do want to expand the map here a little bit because I want to show you that there will be a chance for some stout thunderstorm activity. And with the low pressure right here and a warm front in the region right here, this is a warm front here that's kicking off some showers. We could have some areas of thunderstorms, and there could be some strong ones, and there'll be some spin in the atmosphere. I'm not expecting a tornado outbreak. I'm not expecting any of that, but I'm just here to remind you that we will have opportunity for wild weather in the form of showers, rain, and thunderstorms, mixed precipitation, and even snow. Jeraine, thank you so much for watching. Let all the snow drop on Ottertail Lake, please. Is that in need of some extra water? Hey, the drought is going to get a shot in the arm in Minnesota and parts of North Dakota and possibly northeast Montana. Here we go. Midday, that's what's going on. Watch this shower and thunderstorm activity developing here as we go through the latter half of the afternoon of your Friday. So there will be some nighttime showers. Do you see what's going on out here in Waterloo and Rochester? That's some very heavy rain and thunderstorms. That's where the best chance at some strong to maybe even severe storms will be. But any of this activity right up here is right on the boundary of a warm front, and that warmer air that will be here. Again, along warm fronts, we do have a little bit of extra spin, so we'll be keeping our eyes on that. Showers of rain is how we begin our evening. Yes, we could have some sprinkles on your Friday night here and there across our region, but look at this. The pink, that's mixed precipitation, snow in the central Dakotas, and it continues to work its way slowly out to the east as we go through the overnight. Now, this is what I like to call a mid-data model run. What's a mid-data model run? Weather balloons are launched across the world only 2 times per day. It's at 0Z Greenwich Mean Time, that's midnight. And at noon in Europe, they launch weather balloons all at the same time all over the world. Those are the only 2 model runs with respect to these longer range models that I really think are halfway consistent. These mid-model runs, not usually very good to really hang your hat on too heavily, but it's the latest one. Now, we still have an area of icing taking place in eastern North Dakota as we head to bed. So overnight, Friday night and into Saturday is when this system will start scooting its way into the Red River Valley, dropping down potentially areas of heavy rain and accumulating sleet, maybe even some freezing drizzle here and there. Loretta, thank you so much for sharing stars on Hutch's weather. Now, this band of moderate to heavy snow will spread from parts of South Dakota right up into the Red River Valley. The gusty winds will exceed 40 miles per hour based on this particular model run here. And as we carry our way through our day on Saturday, here's the morning hours. So our best chance of yucky weather here in the Red River Valley appears to be between, say, 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. And it could be icy conditions covered up by some snow as it works its way through. This will quickly move off into parts of central and eastern Minnesota before exiting. So it will last into Saturday night and Sunday. There could be some wildness on the roads. Now, if you are interested, hey, Carol, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your pointers. Thanks for the star party to all of you. Thanks, Val. Blech, so rude, says Val. I know. I don't want it after a day like today. Pedro and I were walking around the block. He had his old dog harness on, and oh, it was so nice to stretch the legs. Arlen, thanks for your sharing of stars as well. Who's interested by a mention here of looking at a quick view of the European model? It has been wavering back and forth if you've been watching Hutch on this storm system. And the European model has also, well, it continues to show a little bit lower potential now for snowfall as we take a look at the latest. So let's go ahead. If you're interested in taking a look at this, let me know. And we'll take a quick peek at what this European model has to show us. All right, here we go. Now, we do have a little weather wiggle coming through tomorrow. The weather wiggle looks like it will once again impact, boom, only our northern counties as it rocks its way through. So that's Tuesday evening snow showers. Here comes the main event. Colorado low developing, and you guessed it, Colorado. South winds will scoop up moisture from the southern plains, rocking it up into the northern plains. That's going to fuel showers and thunderstorms here from parts of eastern South Dakota, Iowa, southern Minnesota. Some of those could be severe. Here we have Saturday at midnight. This is going to be some icing taking place across the valley. Heavy rain taking place. This could really impact the drought conditions across central Minnesota. We'll take the moisture. A narrow band of heavy snow now on this one becomes a huge band, a wide band, a fat band, a band that's really extensive from west to east. That band of heavier snow looks to set up shop from the Red River Valley and into parts of central Minnesota. Cheryl, hi. Thanks for watching. From Nadawash, it's great to have you on board. I sure appreciate it. Brad and Cullum joining me on the Facebook channel. Thanks so much, Brad. So this look from the European model view, let me go ahead and zoom it in now as we're going to focus on our neck of the woods here in the northern plains. And as this system works its way through, let's get to the right date here. That's going a little bit too far. And here it is. So showers, thunderstorms, freezing drizzle, a band of snow dashing across, moving out of here, and it looks like on this model it's done by Saturday night into the early hours of Sunday morning, but gusty north winds will continue to pelt the region. So there will be a chance for icing. There'll be a chance for some snow, and I'll have the details on that. Good evening from Minto. Great to have you on board, Jane. I see a basketball on there. Is it time for Class B? You know, it seems like every year when it's the Class B tournament across North Dakota, we get a whack of snow across the region. Okay, now let's take a look at your forecast, because as you go through the night tonight, the gusty north winds have dropped temperatures from 66 degrees in Fargo. You heard it right. Woo! 66 degrees, broke the old record of 58 here in Fargo. That was set back last year. Unbelievable, shattering that record. Grand Forks, 59 whole degrees. That breaks the record, but you got the cold air first. And we saw our temperature go from the mid 60s down to the low 30s in about 2 to 2.5 hours here in the FM area. That's redonkulous. Now you're going to wake up tomorrow with some tooth chipping cold up north, single digits there. How about below zero in Estevan? Or close to it in that southern Manitoba region. We'll have 22 Bismarck, 15 for Fargo, 14 Bemidji. Up in the Roseau to Warroad area, we could have some sub-zero temperatures as well. Sunrise in Fargo, 747. We're not talking about the airplane there either, folks. 45 mile per hour winds by daybreak should be decreasing, though, as we head in at a 20-degree reading out there. So, boom! And shakalaka. Now, as we take a look at your tomorrow temperatures, warmer out in western North Dakota, the winds will be decreasing throughout the day. We will have another shot of flakes, but this doesn't happen until late in the evening hours. That's on your Tuesday. So Tuesday evening into Wednesday, another light shot of some snowflakes out there. Kathy, good to have you on board from Kindred. Thank you so much for watching, David. Good to have you. Is it safe to say it's not as bad as previously thought for North Dakota? The models continue to change, David. And for Western North Dakota, I would say that appears to be the case because a couple of models early on had a really blasting Western North Dakota. And we really need the moisture there. But it's looking to be more of a central North Dakota to central Minnesota system with the way it's tracking. Thanks, Jessica, for sharing stars. I appreciate it. So 37 in the afternoon in Fargo. That's all we'll muster. Light winds decreasing. We'll see a dash of clouds increasing in the nighttime hours, but it should be a pretty fair day, albeit a lot colder by almost 30 degrees in Fargo. Woo-wee! That's a big time chill. Now, as we take a look, thanks so much for your stars. I see more coming in. This is fantastic. Thanks for your support of Hutch's weather. 15 to start in Fargo, 37 for your afternoon. That north decreasing wind will, well, it'll taper off. We'll have that evening shot of clouds and flurries mainly up north. I cannot rule out a flurry in Fargo. No accumulation here. Hi from Colfax, Marshall. Good to have you on board. Thanks for watching out there on, it looks like on the YouTube channel, we've got a fair number of folks watching there as well. Now, we get some rebounding weather going on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday, look at this. Another day where we could be very close to records again or shatter them with temperatures in the mid and upper 60s. Unbelievable. Those south winds make a huge difference. But there is the beginning of rain, maybe a rumble of thunder in a couple of our southern counties and eastern counties, mixed with ice. And we're going to take a look at this storm system, and I'm going to show you the potential for ice and where it is. And that begins right now. But first, your day tomorrow. Here's your hitch and a giddy up. Evening shot of snow showers, mainly along and north of Highway 200. Very little accumulation. The best chance at any of that accumulation will be up north. Here's a look at the 2-day total of snow. That includes what's happening tonight, a ½ inch to an inch twice. So that's what it looks like. A couple of areas, maybe in southern parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, could see a chance for an inch or two of snow. Now, here's the big storm system working its way through. This is a look at the American model. Wide band of pretty moderate to heavy snow working its way through. This would be the Saturday morning view. Mixed precip in central parts of Minnesota. Heavy rain from the Brainerd Lakes area and points east. Gusty winds out of the north, making travel a little on the tricky side out there as well. Here's a look at the snowfall potential. American model says we're getting a lot in the valley. We're getting a lot in western North Dakota and even portions of southern Minnesota as this low pressure system works its way through. After the rain moves through, could see significant snow. Now, the American model has been consistent day in and day out, showing heavier snow. Here, your question out west in western North Dakota, the American model shows that you get at least something. The European model, on the other hand, shows pretty dry conditions with the exception of the oil patch, Estevan, places in southern parts of Saskatchewan, seeing some heavier snow. Look at this. The valley not getting nearly as much snow on the European model, but the heavier snow, central Minnesota, right up into the arrowhead of Minnesota, all the way down into Iowa. All right, so that's the way the two models are looking. They're still fairly different, but I think the thing to point out here, and this is why we give you this heads up to what's going on, or Hutch's hunch here, is the fact that these storm systems can impact a lot of travel going on the weekend. And I don't want you to change your plans yet, but we want you to be aware. Be aware of what? So we've looked at the snow potential, but remember there's the icing potential, and that's the new news today. We'll plot this for you. Here is the American model. It says there's a chance of some accumulating ice in central Minnesota and parts of eastern North Dakota. And look at this, the European model agrees. So for some, the accumulation of sleet or maybe even some freezing rain and freezing drizzle overnight, Friday and into the mid-morning hours on Saturday could be significant. Now, if we do get some heavy ice accumulation, and the temperatures on this are critical, and it's too early to call, but if we do get heavy icing potential, then that not only impacts our travel, but could increase the threat for some power concerns. So we'll keep you posted there as well. That is a look at the weather. If you have a question, hi, Marshall from Colfax. Thanks, BA, for your continued support of Hutch's Weather. It's a pleasure having you on board. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Jessica, thank you so much for watching as well. Appreciate you. I'll pass on the ice, me too. So that is a look at the storm system. There'll be a new model coming out, a better model, because it's based off of actual weather balloon sounding data that's coming out now. So those weather balloons have been launched, and the models are calculating as we speak, and I'll keep you updated. So Here's what you need to know. HutchesWeather.com is here for you anytime, anywhere, as we go through this event overnight tonight and tomorrow. And we are going to have road condition concerns heading into the weekend. If you got travel, I've got you covered on HutchesWeather.com. All you got to do is log on, press the road conditions tab, and we'll look at this together right now because there is weather making its way through. And in fact, the radar on Hutch's Weather is interactive, so you can zoom in and see that we got some rain showers heading into Duluth, not a lot showing up as snow, and even if you live all the way up in Alaska, wherever we get data, we're going to see the radar popping on with information here from Valdez all the way down to Homer. That's out in Alaska. So that's what's going on there. And again, road conditions. Let's give you a quick report. North Dakota first. Here it is. Some greasy roads showing up on the Highway 2 corridor from about the Devil's Lake Basin. And really, as we get into the areas east of Rugby, taking a look at the cameras now, I can show you, or I did show you a little bit earlier, that we did have some slush on the road surfaces out there. And now it's cold enough for that slush to become, yeah, you guessed it, some ice. So watch out for that. This does impact all areas as we go out towards the El Laredo area. There was some wetness to the roads earlier, and now it looks like to me some of that is freezing up as well. So some slippery conditions there. That's about it for tonight's round of weather. But again, a tool that's available to you on HutchesWeather.com, and these are all the states and provinces regionally that you have right at your fingertips to keep up to date with. Sheila, thanks for watching. You're welcome for the update. Glad you're watching from Wheaton. What a day today. What a day with highs. How high did we get? A quick summary of that, showing you that those temperatures today, unbelievable. Your highs across the North Dakota Agricultural Weather Network, 67 for the Mandan area. Fargo hitting 63. This is the end-on site, not the official site at the National Weather Service uses at the airport. Hector International, 6s. 66 degrees there. A lot of upper 60s out there in places like Oak and Gwinner, and even down into parts of, well, look at this. West central Minnesota, seeing that Wheaton area around 66 to 67 degrees. Elbow Lake, woo, beautiful out there. We had low 40s in Fox for Roseau County. Good evening to all of you. Have a wonderful night, and we'll check back in with updates right here on Hutch's Weather. For now, sleep tight. Be ready for some cold weather in the morning and a rebound, and then another slap in the face from winter, as it does not want to give up just yet.